Okay, so as some of you might know, I do energy work and I do healing. Duke energy. It's called healing energy. We're doing some healing energy. So I love people. I love people's hearts. I see people's hearts before I see anything with them. So the way that I think is that your body can naturally heal itself, okay? Yes, we do need doctors. Yes, we do need intervention like that. However, the more you love yourself and the more that you feed yourself positivity, the more things will heal. The more DNA will be activated, the more cells will come to life, and you'll start to feel lighter. You'll start to loosen up a little bit and just drop your guard. And just so you all know, this is a safe place as well. So anything that is done in here is always sacred to me, and I would never expose who anybody is. And I love God, and that's who I call my God, as God, because I was raised Lutheran, and that's what I was told, was that his name was God. I don't care if you call it Buddha. I don't care if you call it mom or dad. I don't care what you believe in, as long as you love something and start with yourself, okay? So I just want to be very clear on that. I am not religious. I'm very spiritual and very loving, and I don't judge, nothing. And I always make sure that everyone feels safe, including myself, okay? I only come in light and love. Anything that I say, like I said, is only said in light and love. So if you just invite me in to sit here and meditate with you and just get some of your DNA activated, your cells, your heart, whatever you feel, and just start to loosen up. And we're gonna press play on this. So there's a little disclaimer on it. This is called a light system. Where's the remote at, Corey?
In my hand.
Oh my goodness.
So you
Corey.
don't have to move.
I know, right?
You need to get about 10 feet closer.
One day we'll get a light. One day we'll get a lighting guy. We'll have a whole lighting crew, and then all you'll be like, "I'm here for that." I'll be like, "Come on in." I'm gonna just put my AirPod in too, so that I can get this recorded. Did it work? Okay, so this is actually this is really cool thing here that we have. So this is called a light system. This is on YouTube. There is places around that have this whole system on a whole bunch of TVs, and they're called like energy centers, okay? So people who do energy work go there. People who want natural healing, back pain, I mean anything. All it is codes feeding your subconscious mind. You can believe me or you don't have to. It's okay. It's just an experience, okay? So as it's going, it just has like a quick little disclaimer, and then the music will start, and I'll just start talking, getting you to kind of stretch your arms out and just relax. And basically I'm just going to start talking like whatever the Holy Spirit puts into my heart.
All right, let's try and give them enough time to read it.
There you go. I'm like, oh, people actually read that stuff. I look at it and I'm like, who cares? Jump in. Do we have a volume? It's on the side of the remote. All right.
A bit louder.
Yeah, you can go louder. Good, good, good. All right, so I just want you to just sit here and relax. If you want, you can close your eyes. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can take your shoes off. Whatever feels comfortable to you, because this is your journey. We're just here for you to hang out, to hold the energy, to hold the space for you, okay? So as you're sitting there, you can just kind of draw attention to your body, maybe move your legs around a little bit, just kind of twitch your muscles a little bit, and you can start to move your hands and your shoulders. And what I like to do is I just like to stretch. Like, I don't have to stretch hard. You can just kind of put your arms up or out if you want. You can hug yourself really big. What I like to do too is just kind of roll my neck, because we all seem to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And once we're able to start loosening that stuff up, and I always say, I'm putting my head on straight. And so I sit there and I just start to loosen it all up. And take some deep breaths too. Just stop and just be still in the moment. And just in through your nose. And you can count, you know, if you want to go to, let's do 4 breaths. So do 4 seconds in. Hold it. And then blow out at 6 seconds. 5, 6. And we'll do that again. So hold in for 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's do it again. And as we just sit here and just kind of relax, I want you to draw attention to how you're feeling right now. I want you to just look inward on yourself. Imagine being able to step back from your body right now. Imagine being able to get up from the chair and sit next to yourself. And just start to look at your postures. Start to look at your life. Start to look at all of the great memories that you have. And as you're doing that, start to imagine what each one of those people in your life as you look like. Because you are a 10-year-old girl or a 15-year-old boy. And just imagine all of the lifetimes that you've lived throughout this one lifetime experience here on Earth. From the minute you were born until right this very second, you have been a million different people in a million different places. You're not the same person that you were when you walked in here, and you're not going to be the same person when you walk out. You are all healers, and we are all healers. It goes all the way back to our ancestors. It goes back to our core selves and how we view the world. And we have to remember that we come into this world as healers, as a seed planted here to do greatness and glory. So as we just sit there and we watch all of ourselves, I just want you to start remembering your favorite memories. Just imagine a time where you saw miracles happen in your life. Imagine times where you could climb a tree. Or you could play ball with your kids. Imagine times when you hung out with your best friends. And as you start to remember those times, imagine all of the cells, all of the nerve endings start to activate. Call the energy to those good feelings, to that oxytocin, and let it rise from your spine up to your brain. And just imagine glory and love running from the bottom of your back all the way to the top of your head. And just call yourself to your highest being, to who you are at your greatest glory. sometimes we're raised in situations where there is a lot of pain and hurt, and it goes all the way back to times that you weren't even here on this planet because it was your great grandfathers or your great grandmothers. There were things that happened throughout all of our pasts that have molded us into who we are. And we need to remember that all of that was done under a condition of nobody knowing who we are except for ourselves. And so when we start to wake up and we start to realize who we are and that we are human beings and we're here for a beautiful human being experience, we start to treat ourselves a little bit differently. We start caring about our boundaries and our rights as human beings. It's a beautiful thing when you change your mindset to remembering that people need grace, people need love, people need assurance, and that sometimes things that happened to us wasn't our fault, and it also wasn't the person's fault that did something bad to us. So that's part of a big healing process, is when you start to release the pain and the lies of the conditions that people have put on you, you start to change. You start to want to sit down and meditate like we are right now. You want to be healed. You want to spread love because we are all peacemakers. We're all here to show a beautiful story and to paint a beautiful light and to heal our bodies. It's a beautiful thing to wake up and realize that you're here for a reason. You were planned. God said in the Bible that He knows every hair on your head, and it is blessed. And go back to your roots and start learning. Some of us come from countries where there was harsh punishments and there's stereotypical things that happen in those countries, and those aren't fair to us because that's a world of darkness and we don't want to live in the world of darkness. So if that's you and you feel that there's things that you brought over deep into ancestral things, like let that be, because you don't have to carry that. That's a cross you don't have to carry. Just learning who you are and understanding that like you are on an infinite time loop of your life right now, here. You're a spiritual being on a human being experience where religion doesn't count. What counts is your heart. And when we all keep that in mind and we start to remember that, we start to reprogram ourselves and recode ourselves, because our DNA is full of codes, and that's where we carry things over from ancestors. I noticed recently I have my mom's hands. And my mom just passed away, so that's been a whole big trial thing of healing that. And I think, like, if my mom had hands that looked like mine, my mom must have been a healer too, right? And those are all things that we've carried down through generations also. My mom was a healer, and she couldn't remember how to heal her heart, so it was a little bit harder for her, and she used things to mask her pain. However, somebody told me that I was the greatest thing she ever made, so I'm going to take that. And I'm going to say yes and amen to it. And you're the greatest thing that your parent ever made too. Parents. So just learning deep down in your core who you are, and doing things like intentional things on healing, even like tonight, just sitting here or watching these codes. So what those are is it's activating, remembering DNA in you. It's waking up things in you that are deep inside of your bones. It's reprogramming your subconscious mind to release oxytocin, to remind you of your healing. And like I said, you could believe it or you don't have to. You know, it's energy is what it is. We're all energy. We're all made up of energy. But yeah, this is what this is. So I just want to sit and you guys can just watch it for a few minutes, and I'm just going to take a deep breath, and I want you guys to just imagine the things that you want reprogrammed in your life. Just watch the screen, the things that you wish for yourself, your prayer. If you were able to hold your own hand from the person sitting next to you, remember you got up and you moved outside of your body, and just hold your own hand and just pray. Pray for your best friend, because you're your own best friend. So just watch the screen and silently do that. Take time in your daydream to imagine what the air smells like, what it feels around you. I want you to start waking up all of your senses as you're watching this. If you want to loosen up your shoulders by rolling them, you can. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. If you want to stretch or you want to stand up and you want to walk around, you can do that as well. This is your healing time. As I do this, I imagine everyone just coming in and all of your energies, and I'm just hugging them and loving them and telling them how great they are. Just seeing your spirits. If anyone has a question or anyone has something they want to know about, I don't care what it is, or if you want to share something, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. Nobody has to at all. There's bike riding in your visions. Cooking. Some of us have been to some pretty rough places. Just release those rough places and trust that I'm cleaning that and sending it back with love and light and healing. You all have helped so many people just being here and volunteering. This is how you spread peace. This is how you spread love. Imagine all the weight being lifted off of your shoulders. Being intentional about sending healing to parts of your body that have pain, to your hearts, to waken them. You are all changing generations. You're all showing up for your community and for yourselves. People see the change that you are all doing here. You're making a difference, and that's huge. You're leading by example. You're creating a safe space for people. You're loving your neighbor. The commandments in the Bible, those are always my favorite. I think commandments, wow, they're commanding me to do something. And that really puts me into a fight or flight. Well, I don't really fight because I don't fight with spirits. However, it'll put me into a flight mode. And when somebody commands something of me and I think I don't want that, I want somebody to meet me where I'm at. I want somebody to sit down with me and learn my heart. And this past year, I've started really changing my outlook on things like that and changing the words. And I've changed them to, they aren't commandments, they're standards. for myself and how I treat myself. Thou shalt not kill myself, my spirit. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to, hurt myself to please others. Thou shalt not lie. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm not going to do it anymore. I am deserving of healing. I'm deserving of the world. I'm deserving of peace. Thou shalt not cheat on yourself. Don't cheat yourself out of this life. When I woke up and I realized that in the past 2 years, it's really changed me big. And when I hear about the changes that are happening here and it being done because all of you see the big picture of your community, your light, your love, you're all energies. We're all energies. We're all a feminine energy or a masculine energy. We all carry both energies, a positive or a negative, a yin and a yang, a black and a white, a yes or a no. When you start to look at life like that and you start to realize like good or evil, right? God or the devil, heaven or hell. Except I'm supposed to be here in the present moment, and so we just create heaven here on earth. In this parallel universe, parallel world. And like I've said before, like you can believe it or you don't have to. It's okay. It's just what I believe. And I believe that because I feel it deep in my heart that we are here to thrive, to heal ourselves, and just be authentically happy. I always say, like, stop carrying everyone's bullshit. It took a lot for me to realize that and to just release it. It took a lot of sleepless nights. It took a lot of wondering, learning, and caring about my heart. And it started with my doctor told me I had high blood pressure. And I was like, no, I don't. You're lying. I do not. And he's like, yeah, you do. I'm like, I have high blood pressure because you tell me I do. And then I'm like, because at home I don't. And learning your body. It's sticking up for yourself, realizing your programs and changing your programs, and you're worth it. It's a beautiful life that we're building. It's a beautiful earth. It's great. So we'll just take a couple more minutes to meditate, and I'm going to bring you back into your bodies. So just sit here and just pray. Pray over yourselves. Ask your highest creator, whether it's God, universe, Allah, Buddha. When I was in 3rd grade, I told everyone I was a Quaker. I didn't know. I just knew I didn't want to be Lutheran because they were trying to tell me what to do. And I saw Quakers. I'm from Ohio, okay? We're lucky I'm not Amish. That's it, I'm wearing a cardigan. She hates my cardigans too. I think joy to the world. Who's singing Christmas songs? Someone heard that song today.
You probably will do.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Christmas music playing all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Let Earth receive her king, huh? And queen. My favorite Christmas song is that Drummer Boy song. Ba-rumpa bump bump. Yeah, I love that one. He just stands there with his little drum and he's so dang proud. And he's like, here I am. I'm just gonna play my drum for you. And I just imagine myself as a little kid just standing there just saying like, praise God. Like, that's the only gift I have for him right now. I'm gonna play my little heart out. I don't even care what it sounds like. I don't. And that's where I'm at in my life is like, I don't care anymore how other people receive what I'm doing. I'm just gonna stand there and I'm gonna play it like a little drummer boy. Healed is a beautiful space. Peace on earth is a beautiful space. Remembering that you don't have to carry the cross or all the bullshit stories that come with it. You don't have to. You get to release it all. Not your monkey. That's what I always say, not my monkey, not my circus. No, thank you. I say that a lot. No, thank you. You just bow out politely if someone's not, okay, that's your truth. That's okay. It's kind of hippie-like, kind of flower child-like. It's a lifestyle. Loving yourself is a lifestyle. When you start showing up for yourself, it's a lifestyle. In a clean, healthy, loving way, to wake up and see the signs around you of things of your life, of your future. So if you want to just loosen up your shoulders again, imagine yourself coming back into your body. Wiggle your toes, move your legs. Your fingers. And every night I cleanse my energy. I just say a prayer for myself. And I always just say I bring anything in with light and love, and then I send everything out with light and love. Anyone's attachments to me, because it could be the person that you walk next to in the store that has some energy that jumped on you and you might not feel it or anything, and that's okay. Just release it, pray over yourself, love yourself, and say to yourself, I release anything past, present, and future that is not mine. I send it back with light and love, healing, and with the authority of knowing that I'm highly favored by God and He protects me. So, if anyone has any questions or they just want to take a few minutes to sit here and watch this or whatever, you're more than welcome to. Just enjoy and, do your thing. And then I always say, yes and amen. we'll go and just be spiritual, loving human beings. Healed. I started a lot too by like reading books, doing a lot of audibles on how to heal and how to help people. Basically, right now I just call it the woo-woo that I do. I love everybody. I don't care. That's how I look at it. Is I don't care. I love everybody. And if I can live gifted and loving and healing and joyfully, then it's an honor for me to do that. And so I am very grateful for all of you. And Corey. Corey is amazing. She really is. She's super great. I'm very blessed to have her. Listen, she'll kick your butt.
She knows.
Listen, she'll kick your butt.
She has a limit. She'll love you and kick your butt same time.
Right.
She has a limit.
She'll be like New York mom over
Or
there.
as Sherry would say, Corey's the girl that will hug you and hit you in the back of the head with her flip-flop at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I
always
almost had
like,
that one night.
right?
You
Right.
probably did.
I always think, oh gosh. I have to be careful of how I say it. I have to be like, Corey, I swear I didn't jump into a car with a person today that I didn't know. She's like, Sherry, I'm like, they were so nice. They didn't have candy.
Trust me, they hear me. I'm like, what is this bitch up to now, right? Or like I was here last night doing something with Bob and my watch kept going off because you guys wouldn't shut up. And I'm like, the girls are at it again. I'm sorry, you know?
It's so
trust
fun.
me, they know about you.
Yeah, it's me, Beth, Kelly.
And
We
our
just
other
sit there and we
friend
crack
Kelly, the
up
one
all
that
day.
came with the little dog that first Sunday. She was supposed to be here tonight, but
Oh,
she
yeah.
forgot she had.
That's my dog.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's Howard's
It's
dog.
Howard's
It is
dog.
Howard's
Kelly
dog.
just raises it and pays for it.
Mm.
No, that dog will literally jump out of the bag to get into Howard's arms.
It's so cute.
And does not do it with anybody else.
Yeah.
But
If I
So,
remember. if I
thank you guys. I really appreciate it again that you came down.
Yeah.
This
Thank
was
you.
our
Oh, you're
first
welcome.
experience.
I love it. I know a lot of it's new to people and
Yeah.
some people don't understand it, and I honestly don't fully understand it either. I just know that when I sit down and I hold space and I can use my journey to talk to
Good thing you
people,
did
it helps. So my evidence is that it helps. And if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see you follow
I
me.
do.
Well,
I love you so much. I'm like,
I followed her before I met. Well, I met
Yes.
you like 7 years ago when I first moved here.
right.
You gave me that canvas. I still have it painted on it. The octagon one.
you gave
Remember
this
that? And
At the
And then
studio
you-
because
and
she
then
was
you
talking
guys
about how
said,
she wanted
yeah.
to paint.
I kept coming, but then I really didn't. I started following you somehow, not even looking for you. It was
Yeah.
Right,
just
right.
Showed up. I didn't. You didn't. You looked a lot different because you lost weight.
Yeah, I weighed 180 pounds 2.5 years ago. Mhm.
So now you weigh 170?
Yeah, I weigh a buck 50. A buck 50.
Anyway, I started
Sure.
following her.
I think
Then
I tried to
seen
lift
her
you one
at
time.
the Staples. She was walking in Staples. I was taking something back. She was taking something back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I follow you.
Yeah, and it was really neat, and I knew you. I mean, as soon as you were
Yeah.
like, and I was like, yeah, I know you, and then you were like, and I knew you right away, and then, yeah, she got a great book that I got, and because sometimes I'll go on my Facebook Live. This is good to watch too, because I speak many languages, so I'll go on Facebook Live and I'll take like prayer cards. I mean, you can give me the Bible. You can give me a freaking puppy calendar if you want, and I'll flip through it and I'll look at it and be like, oh, who loves a German Shepherd, right? And I'll be like, well, this dog is great for you, and German Shepherds care, you know, whatever. So I do these like little prayer cards and stuff on Facebook Live, and I used a book, and she got the book,
Yeah,
and
I ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah, I love it. The energy of the book, like it just feels magical. Did it feel that way when you opened it? Like you were like,
Yeah.
ah, yeah,
What's the book? Milk and Honey.
yeah. It's called Milk and Honey. Yeah, it's
not
really
that
neat.
expensive either.
Yeah, maybe bring it up and let her look at it. I actually almost grabbed it tonight and I didn't, so
I'll bring it.
I'll bring it next time if we do this again. And
Would be great if we could.
yeah. You know, every night I try to at least give myself a few minutes to meditate. That's a big thing. Whether, and you can call it prayer, you can call it whatever, you know, just to be still. Just be still.
I call it one with nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I went to the beach earlier and I go there and that's where I go and meditate.
Front yard,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do you go out and hug a tree?
smoking my pipe
I love it.
regularly.
Yeah,
Not.
not,
pie.
right?
Regular tobacco.
I
Yeah,
tried, you won't. Trust
As
me,
a
I
matter of fact,
tried.
I was doing that this afternoon,
So,
I love that.
talking to my wife.
Yeah, just being outside.
And my brother and I, when we go fishing, we don't go to fish. We catch something, we throw it back.
Yeah,
We just go out and sit in there's a boat and just kind of enjoy nature.
yeah.
see what I said I want to do for my birthday.
You don't have interest in
When's your birthday?
taking that fish home and cleaning it and everything. You just want to catch it and throw it back.
Yeah, yeah. It's peaceful. It's just,
And they
it's just a good
yell at the guy
pastime.
that's coming at you doing 100 miles an hour. But that's beside the point.
Listen, I know all about that. I was freaked out today in an airplane. I was like, you don't realize it. Like it's like cars up there, but there's no roads.
Yeah.
Like the boats.
Where we're going,
It's
we don't
coming.
need no roads.
Yeah, it's wild.
And they've got this new car now that will actually hover and fly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, great.
Okay,
They
when
can't
do
even
we
figure out
get
how to do it
Rosie?
on ground.
That's who
How
I
to do it
want.
in the air.
Like I want Rosie. Where the hell's she at? That's who we want. We don't give a crap about the hover cars. We want Rosie. We need Rosie.
It's funny that you brought that up because I was just thinking about my dad, and the hover cars have been here since the early 80s. There was a place in Texas that they actually set up a little town with magnetic roads, and then they realized the dangers it was to people, so they had to shut it down. Yeah, and my dad was an electrical engineer and part of that project, and he was part of the, no, this is not good for people. Yeah.
Well, maybe there's the Jetsons, but
I love the
yeah, the
Jetsons.
Jetsons just like the Flintstones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's wild. I love it. Well, I'm
You know,
so
I used to
thankful
go
for
out
all
and
of you.
lean up against my tree because I didn't want the neighbors to see me tree hugging.
Yeah. Listen, go out there. You call Corey. Call Corey. Listen to what happened. Corey, I gotta tell them this story. Okay. This is a Corey moment. This is a Corey moment.
Mango tree.
I'm texting her. I'm like, hey, Corey's like, oh my gosh, every time I leave you, I'm like all the way here in our group chat. And finally I was like, all right, why don't you go hug a tree? So she runs out of her house and she's down by the road. I get there and she's like, there's my tree. And I look over and I'm like, Corey, that's a telephone pole.
Yeah, it used to be.
It used to be a tree.
Right. She ran past
What happens
a
when
tree in her front yard
that's what
to
happens when
hug-
you're from New York.
to hug the
You
telephone.
have an issue with
Pole.
telephone
But
poles.
understand, the point was is that if you hug a tree, the tree's rooted and it takes your energy.
Yes.
I hug the
She
light
hugs
pole
the light
that
pole.
electric is connected to. It sent me skyrocketing.
Yes. And she'd be like, I gotta stop doing it. And I'm like, you literally are running past a tree. And she's like, oh my gosh.
I never even realized my palm tree's right there.
And she
So
has a
if you
scarf
come
on
by,
it.
you'll see I put a scarf on it, so it's nice and warm during the
I
cold weather right now. I'm like,